So, First Amendment to my video yesterday, I can continue to constantly call the team making Killer Instinct Quantic when it's actually Double Helix. That's my bad. Um, there's a lot of companies that I remember daily. And speaking about remembering stuff, what do you remember about the Xbox 360's Kinect? That it's not that good half the time, yeah? Well, in part, that's why Microsoft really started from the ground up with the second one and made sure that it used a 1080p camera and it captured 60 frames that it could work in the dark and, in the half-light and during a rave and anywhere in between. And there's so much stuff that we've seen over and over and over again that seems to be enforcing that, this new Kinect is going to work. But still people don't want to give it a shot. Even though they have it. Which, to me, is mind-blowing. I don't get it. It'd be like getting a laptop and not using the keyboard. Or, getting... I don't know. It's like getting a car and not using the radio. At all. You don't plug in anything. You don't turn it on. You don't set the clock. You do nothing with that front panel. It's so weird because it's something that isn't required for functionality, but it's put in there as a result of having been invested in, but people don't want to use it because they've had a bad experience with the first one, which is understandable. The first Kinect isn't perfect. When in the Xbox 360, plugged into a computer, it's actually pretty effective, all things considered. Not perfect. The resolution on the camera is way too small for that sort of stuff to be very good, but Microsoft's invested in this Kinect. And they've invested in it for you to use. They aren't throwing it in there just so they can throw it in there. 100% attachment rate is the goal. And they're succeeding in it because whether you want to use it or not, you have a Kinect. And hopefully developers recognize this. That's obviously Microsoft's goal. If you're a developer who's making a game and, there's something that you can really do that really enhances or modifies what the game is, Microsoft wants you to use it. And if you don't, why? What point do you personally have in not using that second Kinect when it comes out? I had a bad first experience with the first one. It isn't the same product. It is in no way the same thing. Traditionally, technology does follow that path, though, of I used it the first time, it didn't work too well. If I get another one, it's also not going to work that well. We've seen this over and over and over again. But the genuine raw difference insofar as who's manufacturing the Kinect and where the software is coming from and where the design origins are, which is ground up with the system, built to work with it in every aspect, not just being there, but constantly as a part of the design of the frickin' console itself. Another thing that I think that we don't recognize, we, the very serious gaming crowd, don't recognize is we aren't the dominant consumers insofar as hardware purchasing on the console front. Certainly, we're going to be buying the games and we're going to be buying the consoles right out of the gate. No question. The second the Xbox One comes out and the PlayStation 4 comes out, I guarantee you, pretty much all of them are going to people who want a dedicated playing game device. But 2 or 3 years on the line, when the hardware's more plentiful in stock, and after people have had time to use it, who's going to buy it then? Us? No, we're going to have one. regular consumers are. It's what we saw with the Wii, yeah? It's what we saw with the Kinect. The Kinect sold Xbox 360s to people. The Wii's motion controls, those sold the people. And the Kinect, in the second Xbox, right out of the gate, is meant to sell to people. Not just us. Some people, in fact, believe that it's meant to keep us out. Which, personally, I think is pretty dumb. But it's hard to deny that Microsoft has built this Xbox not just for gamers, but for anyone. No doubt it plays games very well. If you look at how some of the RAM setup is and the ES RAM, it does some things that the PlayStation 4 can't do in different ways. And the PlayStation 4 does things that the Xbox One can't do. The PlayStation 4 is sort of a brutal, get the graphics on the screen sort of console, where the Xbox is more of a, let's do this, let's put some stuff here, some stuff here, some stuff here to build up the experience. It's a different setup, which, we'll see down the line which one proves more effective. But something that can be sold to anyone, not just a specific someone, will always dominate. You look at how iPhone sales compared to BlackBerry sales, especially when the iPhone got popular and released. That's something you can sell to a lot of people because of its core, secondary, and tertiary functionalities. And the Xbox can be sold because all of its core functionalities can be sold to someone. If you're a football buff, it's got a really good experience with the NFL. Football being American football. Sorry, Europeans. And the rest of the world. If you want to have a very unified technology interface, that's what it promises to do with the HDMI in. And if you want gaming, hey, it's going to do that. And it's going to do online gaming really well because of how many servers they've set up. 300,000 servers is something worth bragging about. There's a reason why they did it. So, if you do get an Xbox One at launch and you had doubts with the Kinect, just try it. If it doesn't work too well, fine, shelve it. Whatever. But I can only hope that Microsoft makes sure that when that thing hits the shelves, that is the best damn product that they can put out. Because otherwise, that's a lot of money going to waste. And that's not good for anyone. Especially in the gaming industry. That's what I have to say about the Kinect right now. My thoughts on it. Again, I really do hope that when it comes out, it works good. Because they're putting a lot of heft behind it. And if it doesn't work out too hot, that ain't good for anyone. But, I have confidence in them in the sense that everyone that's really genuinely used it says that it's worked pretty well so far. So, hey, you gotta take the good with the bad, right? But that's all I have time for today. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I shall see all of you